take the elevator.
Okay.
Maybe someone.
Thank you for switching the photos.
My pleasure, Bob.
Good. I'm going to go and get something more comfortable. Not a sailor suit.
All right, well, if everybody comes this way, we'll start this way. You have to be back here to look, because we're going to go around the room this way. And also there's a little bit of an exhibition of Olympic collectors here too, but the story of swimming goes back to Rome as far as Western history goes, because we don't know much of the history of swimming in any other part. There were 1,000 public baths in the city that had a population of 1 million people by the 2nd century AD. So people went, that's where they hung out after work, that's where they ate dinner at the baths, and unfortunately where they had sex and all types of other activities that went on there. No swimming. This is actually the bed of Caracalla that was good. So what you can see is this is this is the baths of Caracalla, which today they have the opera in Rome, the outdoor opera. And if you've seen this, these are immense buildings, and you can imagine the swimming pools that were 50-meter Olympic-type pools, but with columns of marble and gilded in gold. The great strengths of primitive Christianity was its morality. So to associate with people that drank, that gave off a sense of morality. So it wasn't until the aqueducts were destroyed in the 5th century that the church was able to basically outlaw bathing, swimming, nudity, to feel guilty about your body exposure, women, as perhaps they are today. And so Europeans lost the art of swimming. Okay? These are reproductions of famous paintings, or they are paintings that we've commissioned to tell stories. So here's Ulysses. If you come over here, you can see the story of Hydas and Scylla. These are tomb paintings from ancient Etruscan, but Italy today. But this is from the 5th century BC, swimming from back in the ancient times. So this is some of the oldest collection of art. There's the famous Horatio Cocles from Rome, from the 5th century. He's the hero of the Rome that defended the bridge, the Subucon Bridge in Rome. So this is in Tomb of the Divers in Paestum, Italy, which is down on the Amalfi Coast.
Water safety exists increased today because of Strachey's Symposium.
Over here, this is a famous collection of paintings telling you one story of hero and Leander. If you don't know the story, the Hellespont is a 60-mile long strait, about a mile wide, separated. But Leander lived on one side, he was a very handsome young man, and on the other side was
course at the Aquatic School at Camp Wakanda. He proudly said to the National American Red Cross headquarters, "I will return to Greece to organize life-saving courses because we have no schools."
Japanese.
Right.
Tokyo Olympic Games, 64, we have track and field, we have basketball, and we have boxing. Matches, let me see. Programs, let me see if I think I may have. Program. Yes. Did you?
So it was impossible to get a boat out, and Katamosto said, and this is all in his journal, said swam
So I would
3
be
miles out to
inside.
the ship, came back, and when he presented him with the message, he dared not touch it because he viewed it as such a sacred thing, and here he knew that the Negroes of Budapest were the greatest swimmers in the world. So for hundreds of years, this was true. And over here, and then a couple years later, they discovered the Native Americans. This is another scene taken from a graphic, but we have this picture that's printed in 1885, and you can see the perfect crawl stroke of the Africans, but the crazy thing about it is the crawl stroke wasn't invented or discovered until 1901 by an Australian who copied a South Sea Island. But the descriptions of Africans swimming this way, where they would go like this, and instead of putting their hand like we do now, come up and put their hands down like this and swim. But what's pretty amazing is they're swimming with a pig. They retrieved a pig. But the rest of the story that goes this is in northern Sudan, which in those days was called Nubia. And these are Dungomba men, and what they were doing was they were hired by the British Army in 1885 to go down and help the British Army rescue Gordon, General Gordon, at the Battle of Khartoum. He was being surrounded by the Arabs. And they were carrying all the equipment for an 850-man British Army. So when they got here, they swam across, they erected 2 towers with lines that went across, and they pulled the British soldiers across in their boats. So 1,500 of these guys swam across the river, erected that to transport 850 white British soldiers across.
They couldn't swim across.
Couldn't swim across. These are enslaved Africans harvesting the pearls, and these are more scenes from Indians and Native Americans, but once the Native American population died off, the guys that did the swimming were Africans. And here's some more scenes from Africa.
It takes snapshots of 3 to 5 seconds. Okay.
So there's a black dive master in Delray. He came from Denver, Virginia, and Sean Anderson knows him. He's a dive master. Okay. He teaches. He's in Delray. And he's supposed to be here today.
Today, right? We're going to be here tomorrow night. Are you going to be here
Tomorrow night? Yeah. I'm not sure if he's going to be here tomorrow night. Yeah, I wish I would.
I mean, I want to go through this. Yeah, if you did Odyssey, which is like,
Let's go on to, okay. Trying to find start coaching. Matter of fact, I'm looking at Delray and at Lake Worth. Because I'm up that way now. I used to live right over there. I used to swim here. Yeah, this is massive. And I race here over the water.
I never read it. It was going to